Hello, everyone. Hey, hey, hey. This is Peter Stone, and another segment on that challenging topic of mind management. And I tell you, there was a time I would be glued to, I would sure wish I had a computer and I had a mobile phone, a smartphone, a phone with TV on it and videos and people teaching me how to manage my mind. And one of my favorite books is this. I guess I have to flip my camera to show something. And another is this, all about personal power. And I've got, like many people, that's one library downstairs, there's another upstairs, and then more stacks. And then tons of good old cassette tapes, right? And amongst my CDs in the corner. And we eventually approach today with everything online, right? So mind management, like what is it? Well, simplest form is you got a thought. It's either driving you or you've got that thought in front of you and you're visualizing that thought, analyzing that thought, determining whether that thought is useful or not. And some of us can take those thoughts and decide that we can control that thought, use that thought to our advantage, or not use that thought at all. And it may be a thought that pulls us in a downward direction, not in a positive direction. So we have to be able to manage that thought, decide what we're going to do with it, and take control of our ability to manage that thought as useful or not useful. So we've got to create a distance between the thought and ourselves. And there's sometimes, I had times where those thoughts just kept on coming. The thoughts were overwhelming. They overwhelmed me, and I seeked help, right? And with all the self-help books I have, I found this guy, went and talked with him, and I really didn't get anything other than like a personal connection with somebody who was willing to listen and understood something. But really what it boiled down to was me discovering who I was and what I had to learn and what others had to teach me through these many books. I would take books, and I've got stacks and stacks and stacks of notebooks, writing notes to myself, extracting the brilliance and the education and the sculpting of my thinking and of my life and the way I would move forward. The way I hear a lot of people, oh my God, I can't control my thoughts. I always think about this. I worry about this. I like that word. I don't really allow into my consciousness. I used it to verbalize it. So if you use that word, please don't replace it with something like, I don't feel comfortable with this thought. But if we use a word that's less than useful, less than positive, less than bright light, then what is in our consciousness? They're not empowering, uplifting words to begin with, even if you use the word don't in front of it, won't, or something like that. No. You're still got that other word vibrating. and pulling you down subconsciously, connecting you with old crap, stupid stuff that you don't want in your life. So the best way I can say it is, like, I just use a simple thing is thoughts come to us, not thoughts that don't serve us, right? So we must cut the anchor to those thoughts. Many useless thoughts of the past that don't serve us. Oh, I remember this, I remember that, and if you had a life like this, and you had a life like that, and all this stuff. If we keep connecting with this, we keep attracting it, and we have to just cut it and say, yeah, it happened, okay, time to move on. But one thing I learned from a couple of masters who got mind management totally under control. I went and I studied from them. They were commodity traders, but in order to trade successfully, you have to manage your mind. You have to overcome fear, hope, discipline, all this stuff. So it's the psychology of trading. And when you're in the now moment, that's when you're most present. You can make a choice. And when you make a choice to up-level yourself and use positive, uplifting terms like not dark, lacks light, not negative, less than positive, less than useful. But we're always using the word positive, light, useful, not the opposite. In the dictionary, there are 5 times more negative words than positive. I can't call them less than useful because I really have to stamp them negative. Why did the Oxford Dictionary, the English language, a language like there's some control going on, right? People are trying to control other people, I think. And they always have marketing, right? It just doesn't matter. We're the masses, and that's why there's government or whatever. I'm not going to go into that. But when a dictionary contains 5 more negative words than a positive, so 5 negative, 1 positive, then what's our consciousness? 5 times weighted to the less than useful, to the less than positive. And our job is to, when I rewrote that commodity trading book that ended up all being about mindset and how we can bury the past, bury all the less than useful things that ever happened to us. We bury them so deep under positivity. Something comes on the radar, it doesn't serve us. We say, no, I shall adjust that thought, turn it into, that's not what I want. No, thank you. Put it in the back, cut the anchor, let it go, move forward. Just say, like the ship leaving the dock, you don't go full ahead. And from the dock, you don't go full ahead from the dock out past the breakwater to the ocean. No, you go like slow ahead. And you start managing these thoughts one by one. And you say, I'm cutting that anchor. Boom, back behind me. One less thing dragging me. Now, another one cut. Now I'm getting some forward momentum. I don't have that weight behind me. And now I can be propelled faster. We go half ahead. And now we're going to go 3/4 speed, right? Then eventually you get to full ahead, baby. And you're outside that breakwater. And I'm telling you, if you've ever been on a big ship, or I'm just saying a big ship, it's flat in a harbor. It's like standing on ground. But when you get to that breakwater and everything starts like really slowly massaging your consciousness, there's like a special energy there. I've been on the ocean all my life, and that is magic to me. It just puts me in another space. So I share this concept of burying down the less than useful. Every time you stack on a couple positive, useful thoughts, anything that was less than useful, anything that was less than light, gets buried a little deeper every time. And it's not easy. It was so difficult for me. But I am so grateful. I worked so hard for so many years. I went to events. I did all kinds of things. Books, books, books. Notes, notes, notes. Learn, learn, learn. And today, you can give me anything, and I will deal with it. There was a time I couldn't make any decisions, but today I can make the toughest decisions, managing my business, managing people, lots of things coming on the radar, like all of us, right? You may have a business, you may not. You have life. We all have life, and we all have the same stuff, but they affect us in different ways. But it's like there is the uncomfortable and the comfortable and the feeling good. Listen to the wind in your ears. Listen to the birds. Look at the flowers. Deep breathe. And have a wonderful day. Take time. Grab onto those thoughts when they come. Say no. Boom. I'm leaving it behind and I'm going forward. This is Peter Stone wishing you and directing you. Have a wonderful day. Please do your best to smile into the miles. I'll talk to you tomorrow.